Hey everybody, it's Ryan, or Purpose Mover, back again with another game review from the Humble Choice bundle for December, and this time we'll be reviewing Voidigo. In a similar fashion to all the game reviews on this channel, I only got a chance to play the game for about an hour, hour and a half, which is about 2-ish runs of the gameplay, as Voidigo is a roguelite, so there really is no like campaign story necessarily. You kind of just pick up and play and get as many rounds as you choose to do. The game still is in early access, so it is continuously getting updates. Most recently, they've done a December update with some Christmas themed stuff only a few days ago, so I imagine a lot of things are going to be adding, so if this review is a little out of date, don't worry about it. Just know that at this point, the game is still very fun, fully enjoyable, and let's get into it. The game starts you off just with a basic tutorial kind of explaining, how to move, sprint, introducing some of the interesting mechanics where you can jump on your opponents to stun them, and it is going to be pretty crucial because it's also your dodge button. After the basic movement options are taught to the player, it just throws you into the first tutorial world where you do have to verse a boss, and kind of the sort of theme of the game is destroying these corruption, these little like pillars, and you jump on them to destroy them. And from as far as I can tell, there's the same number on every single world, and once you destroy them, the boss spawns, and then he kind of just chases you around the levels at this point. So in my first playthrough going through the game, World 1 really wasn't a terrible problem. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know if I should kill the enemies or just rush and destroy these pillars, because at this point I didn't know if there was going to be a boss at the end of it. So as soon as you destroy 2 pillars, this boss spawns and then starts chasing you around. Beyond the gameplay of destroying the pillars and then having to kill this boss, there's a lot of other enemies. There's bonus objectives. You can go into these like hidden rooms to get little upgrades if you clear the room. And most of the upgrades are either going to be like little bonus power-ups, some extra damage, or some new cool guns. The guns are kind of something like Enter the Gungeon, where there's like a lot of various guns with cool, unique mechanics, and each of them are usable in like its own specific scenarios. There's also melee weapons in this game, but for the life of me, I could not understand how to use them and not die. All the little enemies in this game do somewhere between 1 heart to a heart and a half, and that's like literally half your health bar, man. I don't know, it's so difficult. So yeah, though, like most of the power-ups, the guns, they all feel great to play with, and I mean, the overall gameplay of destroying these pillars, going between the rooms, and trying to beat these bosses to move on to the next world is very fun, and I didn't really get a chance to talk about it, and I want you guys to experience it yourself, but just go have a good time with the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper, great guy, really enjoyable to talk to. So in about the hour and a half of gameplay I had, I managed to get to World 3 once. I do not know how many worlds there are. From my understanding, I think there might only be 3, but the bosses on World 3 are quite a bit more difficult. On the first 2 worlds, you get various bosses, so they're not always the same bosses, and there's different like settings that you can be put in, so it's not even the same environment every time. Since Voidigo is a roguelite, there's going to be infinite amount of gameplay. I mean, you're not going to just pick it up, play it once, and call it a day. I mean, there's constant progression, so after I went through the 2 times, you get these little like bonus orbs that you can spend in the hub world, and from what I could tell, you can unlock different starting weapons. There are multiple characters. You do need quite a bit of orbs, so I didn't get a chance to see any of those. And there seem to be a few other areas that I do not know where they lead to, but you guys should definitely check it out for yourselves. If you have enjoyed roguelites in the past, or it's something that you haven't had the chance to try out, I highly recommend picking up the Humble Choice bundle, even just for Voidigo. Normally it is a $15 game, so paying for the $12 and getting 12 distinct games is an absolute steal. And with that, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon and evening, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Peace.